Hey everyone and welcome to Storytime. My name is Jake and today we are going to look at the subreddit r/entitledparents, where people tell us their stories of crazy mums and dads who think they're entitled just because they have kids. If you're new around here, please do hit subscribe down below so that you never miss out on another video. But for now, let's sit back, relax, and enjoy some Reddit stories. Entitled mother breaks into my backyard to use my swimming pool. Background. I just recently had a new family move into my neighborhood. The neighborhood is relatively small and close-knit. The kind of neighborhood where everyone knows each other and we generally all get along well. We have big block parties and shoot off fireworks together on holidays. The new family is a middle-aged couple with their 4 children. The kids' ages from around 14 to 2. This incident is just the first of several problems that I have had with this family since they moved in. EM is crazy mother, K1 one of her kids around 14 years old, and me, the one and only me. I was hanging out in the living room, just relaxing and watching TV. From the couch, I have a clear view into my backyard. That's when I noticed the retractable cover of my swimming pool begin to roll up. I was home alone and no one else that has access to my backyard. For insurance reasons, I have a lock on my back gate because of the pool. The gate always remains locked, as we would be liable if anything was to happen in the yard. I rush outside to see what's going on. That's when I see entitled mother standing next to my pool with her 4 children. They are dressed in their swimsuits and entitled mother is rolling up the cover of my pool. Excuse me, what do you think you're doing in my backyard?
My kids have been well behaved today and they want to go for a swim. I saw that you have a pool, so we are going for a dip.
This is not a public pool, entitled mother, and you are on my private property. I need you to get out of my backyard now. I never told you that you are allowed to come on my property without my permission.
Who do you think you are? It is a very hot day and my kids want to go for a swim, and they will.
Not in my private pool, they will not. How did you even get in my yard anyway? The gate is locked.
Go away. In my old neighborhood, we did this all the time. My kids are going for a swim now, and you will not even know we are here. You are just being selfish, and I will not allow my babies to suffer because of your bad mood.
Me, now angry? I will not ask again, entitled mother. You either get off my property now, or I will call the police. You are not using my pool, and that is final. The entitled mother finally gets the cover off.
Okay kids, jump on in. Don't listen to this stupid witch. Yeah, you stupid witch. We are going for a swim now and you can't stop us.
That's it. I'm calling the police. Entitled mother now sees that I am serious and tries to reason with me.
You would really not allow 4 kids to go for a swim on a hot day? What kind of heartless person are you? Just let us go swimming for an hour and we will leave. Don't you want to be a good neighbor to us?
No, I do not. You just broke into my backyard without permission. Please get off my property now. Entitled mother starts to mumble something to her kids, and then she grabs her 2 youngest kids and starts to walk out of my yard. I then turn around and see her 2 oldest boys still standing by the pool. I start to walk over to tell them to go with entitled mother, and that's when I see what they are doing. Her 2 oldest awful kids are peeing into my pool.
Maybe that will teach you to be a better neighbor, you stupid witch.
I grab the arms of the 2 oldest and push them out of the gate. Get off my property, you disgusting child.
Don't you dare lay a hand on my babies, or I will call the police on you. Who do you think they will believe? A good mummy, or a pathetic little witch like you? You just got what you deserve. Enjoy swimming in your wee pool.
They then all walk off laughing as they went back to their house. I was in complete shock and I didn't know what to do. I now wish I called the police after this first incident, but I sadly did not, and things have since escalated with this family. Remember how I said that I had a lock on the gate? I later found it broken on the ground. I have no idea what they used to smash it, but they were successful. I have since purchased a much more heavy-duty lock. A lot of people keep asking why I didn't just call the police right away. I am not the best with confrontation and have a hard time dealing with stuff like this. When people yell at me, I sometimes just shut down and panic. At the beginning of this incident, I really thought that Entitled Mother had the wrong backyard since she is new. A few other of my neighbours have pools as well, and I thought maybe one of them had offered Entitled Mother use of their pool. Many of my neighbours are very friendly and are the type to offer this kind of thing. I thought maybe Entitled Mother had just got the wrong yard. Boy, was I wrong. After the altercation happened, I was just too scared to call. I did lay hands on her kids, and I was worried I would get into trouble for this. I did not think it would escalate the way it did. I didn't think anyone could be this crazy. Also, yes, this post is unfortunately real. I wish it was fake. It would have saved me a lot of time, money, and tears. I really want to come back in like a month's time and see a pro-revenge story of this person that they got on the neighbours. Like, oh, they need to get some cameras or something so they can catch them red-handed. Entitled Mother gets mad at me for trying my best to speak Spanish at a bar in Majorca. Bit of a background. I'm an 18-year-old Irish guy in Alcudia with some family. Wandered out of the hotel and into town today, where I first settled in a bar on the beach. I walked up and said, "Una Corona, por favor." 1 Corona, please. The staff handed me the drink without fuss, and I paid and sat down before some woman sits next to me. I turned around and greeted her, and she asked, "Why were you speaking Spanish if you're clearly not Spanish?" I'm really pale, probably how she knew. I replied, "Because that's one of the main languages here, and I don't know any Catalan. Also, I'm trying to learn it." She shook her head and said, "You've got my kid wanting to learn Spanish, and I can't help her. Stop it." I replied, "There are free ways to learn Spanish such as Memrise, which I'm using. Also, I'm not in an English-speaking country, so I'm not expecting the people to know English, and it's an opportunity for me to practice Spanish. Do I moan at you for speaking English?" She then grabbed my shoulder and told me that I should leave. Not wanting to put up with her, I finished my drink and thanked the bartender, in Spanish, before leaving. God, I find it so disrespectful how English people go over to another country and try use the language that they're in the country for, like Spanish. Oh, it's so disrespectful. Entitled Mother tries to get my seat, and ends up smelling like liquid butt for a few days. This happened around 3 months ago before summer break started. So I was going to the mall after school and decided to take the bus. I only have to go for 12 miles, but that's a long time, especially since traffic in Mumbai sucks. Plus, I had a heavy bag. The next stop from my school, Entitled Mother, Entitled Kid, and Entitled Dad get on. There was an empty seat besides mine, but these guys wanted my seat. "Move aside, my wife is tired." "There's an empty seat right here, take it if you want to." "You're a boy, she can't sit next to a boy." "No can do. I came here first, plus I have a heavy backpack." "Get out of the seat, you mother bleeper." Entitled Kid then proceeds to grab my bag and yells, "Get up, sister bleeper." I comply, but keep thinking of ways to make their lives bad. I then remember I had some liquid butt in my bag. I used it for an end of year prank, and decided to use it up. Obviously, I had to wait for the bus to empty up a bit so people could move away. Didn't want to punish innocent people. When I was around 5 minutes from my stop, I decided to stand up and linger behind their seats. I slowly opened the bottle and poured out a few drops, a few on their clothes and a few more on their bags. I slowly walk away and watch them sniffing the air and literally gagging. I walk off the bus feeling quite satisfied. I am quite immature. I'm sure a lot of you have smelled that, but if you haven't, it is literally the most rancid smell ever. I can't deal with it, and I kind of feel bad for those people, but they deserved it. I will put my daughter at risk if I want to. I work in a hotel in a pool bar. It's a big hotel from a big theme park in my city. It's a big company with lots of rules, especially about food. We take allergies very seriously, and we have a lot of procedures for that. A lot of people said that this place is a paradise for people with allergies or special diets, because of the safety measures we take. A kid comes to the bar and asks for an ice cream. I was getting some ice cream in a cone, and I was about to give it to her. It's an all-inclusive hotel, so it was free. When she whispers, "Oh, and I'm allergic," I stopped and told her, "Okay, can you tell either of your parents to come to me first?" It's one of the rules. Even if the kid says it, we need to confirm with the parents because sometimes the kids miss some important information. Then the entitled parent appears. "Hi, she told me she is allergic, right?" "Yes, to peanuts, and it's very dangerous." First red flag. If your kid is very allergic, why would you leave her alone at the bar when she can get everything she wants? Anyways, it happens all the time, so it wasn't a surprise. Yes, no problem. Is there any more allergies I need to know about? No, just this one. Okay, the ice cream is okay for her. I will open a new ice cream for her, a new cup and a new spoon. All individually with plastic. It's even kept in a separate place from the other cups and spoons. I always explain what I do. I told him everything I have in the bar for her to eat, and even explained some information around the hotel for her case. I often get a good reaction for that, thanking for all the information and attention. Okay, great. I started to do everything. I wash my hands like a doctor before an operation. Get the new ice cream, new everything, and do it in a zone so nothing gets contaminated. When I finish, I give the ice cream to the kid. But I want the cone. Sorry, the cone is not possible. But I want it. Because she was little, I understand her, but after seeing the dad very serious with her allergy, I was expecting him to tell her that's a no. Well, I was wrong. You know what? Give her the cone. What? Yes, she wants it. But you told me about the allergy and the cone. I sometimes have to explain to some parents that things can get contaminated. I even have to explain how an allergy works, and some people don't know anything about allergies. So, it's not the first time facing a parent who doesn't have a clue about the gravity of the situation. But then, he told me something I had never heard before. I have the epinephrine injection here. I will give it to her so she can have that cone. Give it to her. My head just explodes. Are you kidding me? I don't know. Maybe that is for an actual emergency? Looking at my pale face, he told me, "Well, give her the cone. I will risk it if I want to." Ignoring the words from the entitled parents, I convinced the kid. I told her that in a cup there is more room for ice cream. Because it takes some time, I will always put big cups of ice cream. I somehow convinced her. She left happy with her ice cream, and the entitled parent put back the emergency injection into his bag. I can't believe that someone is so clueless about these things that can actually seriously harm someone. Thank you for reading. That's actually insane. That's like the r/insane parents that I did on my other channel, Fake Jake, which you can find in the description as my other Reddit channel. You can also just type in Fake Jake on screen. I don't know why I'm plugging my other channel, I'm sorry. Let's get on to the next story. Sorority girl's parents invite her new boyfriend out to dinner at a fancy seafood joint, then expect him to foot the bill. So this happened years ago when we were all freshmen in college. I'm 27 now and was browsing through my Amex offers this morning when I noticed an offer for Eddie's V's Prime Seafood and Bam. That brought this memory flooding back into my head. My boyfriend at the time was pledging a fraternity and his pledge brother, PB, was dating a sorority girl from a wealthy family. The pledge brother was from a regular working class family. One weekend, she took him home to Buckhead, Atlanta area, to meet her family, and her parents suggested that they all go out for a nice dinner to get to know their daughter's new boyfriend. They drove together to Eddie V's Prime Seafood, which is apparently a very high-priced restaurant. I don't eat seafood, so I've never been there. Where the parents took their fill of top-shelf liquor and top-quality seafood. At the end of the meal, the bill came, and the parents handed it to PB and said he needed to show that he was going to be able to take care of their daughter. He was only 18 and didn't even have a credit card at the time, but luckily had just enough money in his checking account to cover it. I don't really remember the rest of the story, but that couple ended up staying together throughout our freshman year. Personally, I'm surprised they stayed together through the weekend. I always find there's like two types of wealthy people. There's those who use their wealth to like make people feel better and they'll spend money on nice meals for people that can't exactly afford it. And then there's the people that are wealthy because they don't spend any money and they make other people pay for their stuff. Ugh. Hey everyone, I hope you all had a really good day and that you enjoyed that video. If you want to check out some other videos, then click on screen right now or check out the playlist down below. If you enjoyed that video, then please do leave a like. And if you want to submit your own stories, then you can do so by joining the Discord in the top link in the description. But thank you so much for watching and I will see you very soon.